Imagine catching cancer years earlier, with a single blood draw. That's the promise of multi-cancer early detection tests. Today we'll explain how they work, who the main players are, what the National Cancer Institute's Vanguard study is testing, and how 3 leading tests compare. MCD, multi-cancer detection, uses tiny tumor signals in blood, cell-free DNA, epigenetic marks, or methylation patterns, plus machine learning to flag possible cancer and often indicate tissue of origin. Unlike genetic risk tests, MCD aims to detect existing cancers in asymptomatic people. The technology is promising, but real-world benefit depends on rigorous trials and regulatory review. To get solid answers, the U.S. National Cancer Institute launched the Vanguard study to evaluate MCD tests in a large, real-world cohort. NCI selected 2 assays for the Vanguard study, Guardant Health Shield and ClearNote Health's Avantect, to compare their performance against standard screening and in routine practice. Results from Vanguard will be critical for understanding accuracy, downstream follow-up, and whether earlier detection saves lives. Guardant's Shield uses methylation signals in cfDNA. Public data show very high specificity, around 98.5 to 98.6%, with overall sensitivity reported in the 60-75% range depending on the data cut and tumor types, and tissue of origin accuracy reported near 92%. Shield has breakthrough device designation and is part of the NCI Vanguard arm. ClearNote's Avantect emphasizes epigenomic signals, especially 5-hydroxymethylcytosine, 5-HMC, in cfDNA. Exact, broad multi-cancer performance for Avantect is still pending publication. For a pancreatic-focused version, ClearNote reported a specificity of 96.9% in early stage, 1 or 2, sensitivity of 68.3% in a validation cohort. Avantect was selected alongside Shield for the Vanguard study. That head-to-head data will be important to evaluate its multi-cancer performance. There is another leading player in this field that no one could ignore, GRAIL. GRAIL's Galleri uses methylation patterns and machine learning to detect 50+ cancers and predict tissue of origin. Gallery's published work shows very high specificity, 99.5%, with overall sensitivity around 51.5%, sensitivity increases with later stages. In Pathfinder, Galleri showed 88% accuracy for tissue localization and a positive predictive value, PPV, around 43% in that trial setting. Follow-up studies report improved PPV in later top-line readout. Regulatory paths differ. Guardant's Shield has been approved by FDA for colon cancer screening. Now it has breakthrough device designation for MCD to accelerate review and is being evaluated in Vanguard. ClearNote's Avantect has a pancreatic IVD clearance in the UK for that indication. Its broader multi-cancer regulatory pathway is still under development. Galleri is available commercially in the US as a CLIA lab test while registrational trials continue. Notably, sales have been significant, with over 137,000 tests sold in 2024, even without FDA approval. Pre-market approval, PMA, submission is expected in first half of 2026. Ultimately, FDA clearance or approval, payer coverage, and clinical guidelines will determine how widely these tests are used. Remember, high specificity reduces false positives, critical for screening, but overall sensitivity varies by cancer type and stage. Tissue of origin accuracy matters for follow-up diagnostics. And crucially, none of these tests has yet shown definitive mortality reduction in randomized trials. That's the gold standard for screening. Explore the bonus table below featuring additional key players in this space. For deeper insights and side-by-side comparisons, be sure to follow our channel. MCD tests are an extraordinary technological leap. They could transform how we screen for cancer. But science, regulation, and policy must move together. Rigorous trials like NCI's Vanguard, clear regulatory decisions, and thoughtful reimbursement will decide how these tests benefit patients. Thanks for watching. Early detection saves lives. Share this video if you found it helpful.